For my final project, I decided to make an assistive technology resource guide, and I did a Weebly website to kind of build. It was very easy to customize it how I wanted it, and to build, and it's very, very user-friendly and easy to navigate. And you can find my webpage at atintheclassroom123.weebly.com. So for my homepage, I jumped right into the definitions of what is assistive technology. I tried to give just kind of a definition there, as well as citing the Assistive Technology Act of 2004. There is also this wonderful fact sheet right there that I'll pull up that you can download that kind of gives the background, devices, and it's just a very nice, quick guide to it. I also found a wonderful video that just kind of explains it quickly, as well as case studies. Seeing it and why, from a person's perspective who's used it, why it's so important. I also found some other different resources. Assistive technology explained, advances in it, what is it, why it's supporting children with disabilities, different examples, how to implement it, as well as Ohio State engineering. This was a very interesting find. Donating and how their program is modifying it as well. The reason I built this and the purpose for it is, as an early intervention specialist, a large portion of our jobs is kind of having a background in this, and it's a world that you're definitely kind of thrown into. So we have a lot of new staff every year just because our program is growing, and you are right out of college. So I tried to make this resource guide as something that's very easy to kind of hand off to newer staff, that's able to explain the different types, and from my own experience, having different types of kids for each of these 5 topics, and the important things that are just used daily in the classroom. So for low technology devices, I also tried to pull from a lot of different types of resources, websites, videos, product pages as well. And I'll go through some of those examples. Low technology devices, wiggle cushions, visual schedules. This is something that is a large part of our job. Click that link, and a video that just kind of talks about setting it up and how it's used. Got that. Such as slant boards, compression vests. So a lot of the things I just tried to link that just to something that would explain it. Mobility is another kind of big one. This is something that I'm personally very passionate about. My classroom has a lot of high needs kids with mobility. So I really tried to explain some of the common devices that are used, that our district physical therapist has coached me through. So this is a wonderful video that kind of definitely shows great examples of why it is so important, especially in the early childhood classroom, because kids at this age definitely learn through movement. AFOs, kind of what are they? How do you put them on, take them off, when to use them? Hand splints for positioning, switches. And then this was a wonderful resource to a product page that just kind of walks through all the different types of mobility aids, such as gait trainers, lifts and slings, power scooters, crawlers, standers and standing aids, transfers, ramps. And then as well as resources, something especially, this is something that we go over a lot, is what is muscle tone, and explaining, this was a great website that just kind of explains what is high and low muscle tone and how it affects the positioning of a child and a person and what they're capable of. So this was kind of made by different physical therapists. I also explained and explored augmentative and alternative communication devices. These are some different devices, and each link is connected either to a video or something that explains how to use it. Next up is, so there's that. Next up is hearing. I also tried to give the definition from IDEA of what a hearing impairment is. This is a great video just on top tips for teachers of students who have hearing difficulties.
Are you a teacher of a student with hearing loss? Are you about to have one in your classroom? Whatever your situation.
So that just is a nice video, just things to kind of keep in mind when you have students like this. Hearing aids, assisted listening devices, FM systems for hearing aids, cochlear implants, kind of what are they, when they're used, how they're used, caption call, different apps and different things, Google Live, different alerting devices, and then hearing loops. Last is visual impairments. I again gave the definition from IDEA. A wonderful case study about a little boy using it in action. He's using a bumper device there. Personal digital assistants, audiobooks, video magnifiers, non-optical devices. There are so many apps to help with low vision. And then this was kind of cool to just kind of see where technology is going kind of in the future with it, with smartwatches and bands to communicate location and time with vibration and touch. So Braille smartwatch and Wayband was kind of an interesting thing to explore as well. That is my resource guide.